Today, we got some of the most cringe reaction to that BBCE box that was opened up at the National by Whatnot and everybody's favorite influencers here on YouTube. But before we get into that, I did want to make a note that later today at 4 p.m. Pacific time, we'll be going live here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter to react and live stream Manning Cast, if you will. Ryan will be joining me in studio. We'll be responding and reacting to that opening of that second BBCE wrapped box by Golden and Whatnot later today. They better hope that box has built properly and that box comes out clean, because you know we'll turn this into a multi-part special if it is not. But we will get to that live stream later today. I'd love to see you all there as well. It will be recorded and replayed here on the channel for all to see. I wanted to show you the absolute most cringy reaction that we have from another good old boy network person in this hobby that's been in it around a long time. You all probably know who this is. This is Rick Probstein of Probstein123 Consignment Auctions, somebody that doesn't have a website but is providing their opinion on that. I will play that opinion now. This comes from Instagram.
There's drama at the National, and I have not commented on this yet. I wanted to gather more information. So Whatnot did a case break, a box break actually, with a 86 Fleer wax pack box, and they had their little celebrities on their site open the packs, and it was BBCE sealed. Now what happened, what transpired was that the packs came out in alphabetical order, meaning like somebody would put in a set together or something. And the packs don't normally, you don't normally get alphabetical. There were like 5 Johnsons in a row that came out, and this is bizarre. And everybody started attacking BBC, and they defended it, saying that this was just a little bit of a fluke and that this was natural. So I just want to add one thing to the whole thing. I've been collecting and been a dealer for over 40 years. Whenever there is nonsense and something is tampered with, the criminal or the person that's doing something does not put 3 Michael Jordan rookies in the product. So I don't know exactly what happened, but in defense of Steve Hart, I find it very unlikely that there was something shady going on, because there were still 3 Michael Jordan rookies in the box. So in defense of BBCE, I think that, I don't know what happened, but I think that everybody should give the guy a pass.
Okay, so now one of the first thing Rick says is he, quote, gathered information. You guys heard that. He said, I haven't commented on this in a while. I wanted to be the FBI and gathered some information. Well, you know what's interesting? I'll put a link to his post down below. He might end up deleting it, because in the post, people asked, several people on Instagram, in fact, asked him, did he go and look at the 1986 Michael Jordans that came from the box? And guess what Rick's answer was no, I didn't see him. Do you got a photo of that? Can somebody send me a picture of the graded Michael Jordans that came out of there? Hello, Rick. You waited a week to comment on this, and then you talk about how you did some research, and now you're about to provide your 40-year plus experience opinion on this, and you didn't even go look at the Michael Jordans that came out of the box? You gotta be kidding me. This good old boy network is so idiotic that only the most massive card fondlers out there believe anything that comes out of these guys' mouth. How could you have done research on this and went and looked at the Michael Jordans that were pulled from the box? And maybe also commented on the fact that Steve Hart pulled one Michael Jordan sticker out of the box. He actually took it out and subbed it for another different pack of 86 Fleer. Notice that he doesn't mention that either, although I think we're missing the forest through the trees, so to speak. I don't think the story here is that low-grade Michael Jordans came out of this box, or the fact that any Michael Jordans came out of this box, because what Rick later says in the video actually supports that argument. He uses the word quote-unquote bizarre to the fact that the cards were coming out of the pack in alphabetical order instead of numerical order like they normally would and should in a box like this. Rick says himself, this is incredibly bizarre. Well, hello, Amber Alert, Rick Probstein, if it's bizarre that the cards came out of the box this way? Why was it BBCE wrapped? Why was it sold in a golden auction? And why was it presented as this unopened box by Whatnot as one of the greatest giveaways of all time? And it also begs the question, Rick, and everybody out there that believes anything that comes out of this guy's mouth, is why are they opening up another box, a second box tonight that we'll be live streaming here on Sports Car Radio? And I'd love to see you tune in. Again, Ryan will be joining me. It's just bizarre to me, some of the opinions that we get out of the Good Old Boy Network. Notice that he also says, I got 40 years experience. Like, nobody out there watching knows cards better than he does, knows the industry better than he does. Fact is, this is a tight community. It's a small community. And the fact is, most of you know exactly what is going on in this hobby community. You don't need somebody with 40 years of experience selling somebody else's cards without even having his own website to tell you what is going on. Notice that Rick doesn't say anything about BBCE wrapping a box that he pulled packs out. He doesn't talk about Steve Hart swapping packs out of this box. He doesn't talk about how the original letter of this box says that these packs all came from different sources. Notice that he says nothing about Golden and the fact that they are owned by PSA. So look, we could look at those Jordans. Those Jordans came out in low grade. Does anybody watching, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm talking about with 100% certainty, even know if those Michael Jordan cards were real? Sure, we're going down a rabbit hole of kind of conspiracy theories at this point, but the bottom line, PSA, if these Jordans were fake, do you really think they would have went back to Whatnot? Do you really think they would have been back to Golden, which again sold this box, which is owned by PSA, which PSA also uses BBCE to authenticate its unopened packed products? Do you really, does anybody really think that if the malicious intent from this box was to pull out the Jordans and substitute them for either low-grade Jordans or worse yet, actual fake Michael Jordan 86 cards, which believe me, are not in short supply out there and have been graded by these companies in the past, do we really believe PSA at the National would have went back to Whatnot and Golden and been like, guys, we have a problem here. Those low-grade Jordans were actually fake Michael Jordan cards, meaning this entire box comes under question. Of course, they would never do that. And the last thing that most people that are still on the side, still trying to make excuses. Some of you guys are literally clocking in and defending Steve Hart of BBCE, who was paid $5,000 to authenticate this box. Some of you might even be clocking in and trying to defend Golden, who collected a nice little premium off of selling a $180,000 box, which was clearly tampered with, at least to a certain degree. And it was absolutely tampered with by Steve Hart over at BBCE. Nobody has ever made the point that this box the person who put these cards back in the packs, or whoever put this box together, did it maliciously. This could have been just an innocent box that sat on the shelf. Someone opened these packs. You and I have seen this in our 40 years in this hobby. We have seen many times when we pick up people's collections, we get sold things, or grandma's attics gets unloaded. People open up packs, look at the cards, rearrange them in different orders, and then they slip them back into the packs. It could have just been a very, very innocent box that was made and built by BBCE and Steve Hart. He put lipstick on a pig. Golden put lipstick on this pig, and they sold it to the hobby community. They sold it to Whatnot, who sold this as something that it was not. That is the point of this. That is the discussion. Again, most of you that will be tuning on to our live stream tonight understand this, and you will be waited like we will with bated breath to see how this next box comes out. Because believe me, if there is just one card out of order on this one, we'll be letting the hobby know about it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today. We'll see you later today. Ryan will be joining us in studio. I look forward to it. Good luck with your collections.